Hi! In this video, I will be showing you how you can create pixel-perfect web apps in JetAdmin using Figma. Here I have a small example of an app that manages orders. You can even chat with your customer here. Packaging, and have a nice day. Okay, send. Also have various buttons, for instance, accepting and rejecting orders. Now, let's take a look how this thing is built. Most of the components uses custom design that I've imported straight from Figma. Here are some mockups that our designers came up with. And let me show you how you can import from Figma to JetAdmin. Here is a simplified version of a gallery. Click on the custom design on the right. Here is our custom designing tool, which practically mimics Figma. Let's rename this card to keep everything in order and go over to the top left corner. Here you can copy a key that you can paste inside Figma plugin. Let me show you how. While inside Figma, select any design that you would like to import. In the left panel, right-click on the group that you would like to import and scroll down to Plugins. Simply type in Jet in the search bar and select JetAdmin Export. Now, paste your key from JetAdmin to this field and click on Export Selection. And that's pretty much it. Head back to the JetAdmin and click on the Refresh button. And that's it. Here's our design. Now we need to hook up all of the fields so they would load up automatically. On the Parameters tab, you can specify all of the fields that will be used in the design and also input some test values. Most of them got there from the gallery itself, but let me just delete something that I would need and tidy up everything a little bit. I think I'm lacking a parameter that would have a customer full name, so let me create that. I always like these things to be neatly organized so that I would spend less time figuring it out in the future. Okay, I think I'm lacking just one more, which is a status on the top right corner of the design. Yeah. Okay, so this will be order status and test value will be completed. Okay, all of the parameters are in order and has test values, so let's go over and hook them up. Okay, so I'm just deleting this placeholder and clicking on function button and selected the appropriate one from the parameters. Same goes for this order status tag on the top right, so function and order status. Let's make this thing snap to the upper right corner and shift it a little bit with arrow keys. I would also like this tag to be green while the value equals to completed, so select another field, click on 3 dots over here, and in conditional we would need to have a formula which is equals to complete it like this. It would also look better if the text would be white in the same case. Now let's round up those corners a little bit. So now I have this blue border and it should only appear when the card is selected. Okay, let's hook up the rest of the fields. So here is the avatar. On the function button, we need to take the URL from the parameters. And to make it fully round, I usually just rounding the corners accordingly. Now let's remove this placeholder name and take it from the parameters. Same goes for the address. And same with the order time. Okay, perfect. Now the number of pieces in the order. And last but not least, final price. And here's the price. Let's also make sure that it's snapped to the bottom right corner and move it a little bit. Okay, now the buttons. We actually have a separate way of adding built-in buttons, so I'm going to delete those and create new ones from here, like this. Now here on the right you can see pretty much the same settings as the whole JetAdmin app for a button. So let's run operation to change the status. We will be getting the ID of the card from the parameters, and order status, let's just make it approved. Now let's just change the text of the button to accept order. Seems to be all right. Now let's just copy and paste this button and change the second one. Let's also rename them on the tree to the left. Yeah. Okay, accept and reject. Now this button needs to be slightly to the right, but I can't change it. It's because of the auto layout. So let's remove this, and now I can make it to the right, and let it be snapping to the right too. So yeah, accept snaps to the left and reject snaps to the right. Perfect. Now change the status to be rejected, and then let's change the name on the button and change the style a little bit. I think that's pretty much it. So let's create a component and let's see. Now, the last step is to bind the values that we have in the gallery to the parameters of the new design. This is pretty straightforward, but let's take a look at the customer full name. I don't have this field, so let's create one from scratch using concatenate function. So I'm concatenating the first name, and then a spacebar, and then the last name. Now let's just select all the rest. You can see that while I'm selecting new parameters, all of them showing up on the right. Now just a couple more. And the last one is total items. Perfect. Let's see how it looks now. Awesome. The design should be also responsive now. All right. As far as I can see, all of the cards using the appropriate data. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Next, I would just go over to all of the rest of the components and connect designs for them. Now you know how to import designs from Figma directly to JetAdmin. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and see you in the next video.